Hey there, comic fans. I'm back from the comic shop again this week. And this week I got 6 comics. 5 from the pull list, 1 I pulled off the shelf. But first, let's show you my Museum Spot comic on top of my printer. I put this one out there this week so I can look at its cover. And this is Master of Kung Fu. What is that? 104, a Gene Day cover. Fight without reason, and there's that guy hiding there up in the logo. Who Shang-Chi is going to have to fight. So yeah, this is the one, like I said, I take one cover out of my collection and I put it on top of the spot on top of my printer just so I can pick it up and look at it. This is what is this, early 80s I think it was? I had a lot of 70s ones lately, so I decided to go into my Master of Kung Fu collection and pick out some Gene Day. I really liked this Gene Day stuff when it was coming out. And what is this? Oh, this is the Keanu Reeves comic that's coming out. Berserker. This is the one that selling a whole bunch of copies. I think they kickstarted it, but someone told me they only kickstarted the collected edition, so the individual issues are going to be at the comic shop. Oh, and what's this? Hold on. I see some Spider-Man stuff. Looks like they're reprinting the early Amazing Spider-Mans again. Wonder what that is. Mighty Marvel Masterworks Amazing Spider-Man with Great Power collects. Okay, they're putting out 1 to 10 issues of Spider-Man. 1 to 10 of Fantastic Four and 1 to 10 of Uncanny X-Men. So I guess they got some new reprints of classic stuff coming out. Probably, I don't know if it's that hardcover or trade paperback. Who knows? The Mighty Marvel Masterworks. Plus they got a new line. What else is in here? Looks like this is one of those. It's a lot of ordering numbers. You can order stuff from. But I don't know. Maybe I'll pick this up when it comes out. I know my comic shop is going to have plenty of them lying around, so I can always pick one off the shelf if I want to. Then what do I have here? It's the Picture of Everything Else, issue number 2. I really liked issue number 1 of that. I'm glad issue number 2 is finally out. What does it say? The Picture of Everything Else. Marcel has abandoned painting for the glamorous world of criticism, but a monster has returned to Paris with a Faustian offer he cannot refuse. Old wounds refuse to be opened. New wounds will be formed with paintbrush and gun smoke. A couple of turn of the 20th century Parisians, I think this took place. It's a historical horror story. I think this one actually takes place a couple of years after the first issue. I think the villain of the piece, the demon, whoever it is the guy who painted the picture of Dorian Gray. So that's why it's called The Picture of Everything Else. I look forward to reading this one. And what else do we have here? Once and Future. This is issue number 16. Kieran Gillen, Dan Mora, Tamara Bonvillain. This is our, she's Grandma, Buffy the Vampire Slayer, fighting monsters with her grandson, which is this guy who knew nothing about these monsters. There haven't been monsters around for a long time, so it was, so she had to come out of retirement and fight them. I wonder what monster that is. They have like monsters from British folklore and history in books and stuff, like Beowulf and Grendel and King Arthur is there too, with a bunch of the Knights of the Round Table. The Green Knight was there. A whole bunch of stuff. What else do we have here? Ooh, we've got Ha Ha issue number 2. I enjoyed issue number 1. Who's doing this one? Prince and Thorogood. Prince is the guy, W. Maxwell Prince writes Ice Cream Man. Zoe Thorogood drew this one. I think there's going to be a different artist every issue. It's an anthology of sort that has to do with horror and clowns, I think. There's our clown. First issue was the story of this clown. They put out a second, probably even a third printing of. So, it has something to do with. We'll see how the second issue is. I enjoyed the first one. I can't remember if I put this on my pull list or just the second issue on my pull list. I'll have to see. And then we've got Dynamite, issue number 5. Is this the last issue? I'm not sure. It's either 5 or 6 issues. But it's got it's Marvel Zombies with the Dynamite characters. Evil Ernie showed up at the last page of last issue. It's got Red Sonja, Vampirella, Peter Cannon, and don't know who that blue woman is, but she's in it too. It's been a fun series. I've enjoyed it. Who's doing this? Fred Van Lente is writing it. Vincenzo Caruto and Vincenzo Federici is doing our art. But like I said, I picked up the first issue on a whim and have enjoyed it more than I thought I would. Then we've got, this is the one I picked up off the shelf. It's the Black Knight Facsimile Edition. This is a Silver Age Marvel. I think this is from the 50s. It's Stan Lee and Joe Maneely. Nice splash page. For those who don't know, Joe Maneely was a big artist during the Atlas era of Marvel. He was one of Stan's go-to guys in the 50s, and he probably would have been a big part of 1960s Marvel, except he died on a New Jersey Transit train, I think it was. He was coming home from some sort of get-together or gathering, and he had lost his glasses earlier in the day, and they think he went outside the train, as it was moving to get a smoke, and he somehow fell off it. And man, that's one of my... I never want to die commuting. Be a terrible thing. But like Joe Maneely, good artist. Like I said, he would be much better known if he didn't die young and just before Marvel became big. But I look forward to taking a look at that Silver Age one, because I have never seen this before. Let's see, and the last thing I got this week is the oversized The Last Ronin, issue number 2. Square bound, which I hate, but, and also high price, $9. But it's, double size, however many pages this is. 48, 60, I'm not sure. Don't think there's page numbers. But it was fun stuff. Story, Kevin Eastman, Peter Laird, and Tom Waltz. Script, Tom Waltz and Kevin Eastman. Layouts, Kevin Eastman. Pencils and inks, Esau and Isaac Ezcora. There's everybody's name there. But I enjoyed the first. I'm not really a Turtles guy. I bought a couple of Turtles things, the black and white stuff in the 80s. None of the first issues. They were hard to get. Even if I think I was probably going to the comic shop every week then, and when Turtles was coming out, and still I think unless you pre-ordered Turtles, you really had no idea. You probably never saw it. I think the first Turtles I got, and like everybody else got, was Raphael, the first issue in the micro series, which was around Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles issue number 3. They put out a micro series of each one. That may have been the first Turtles thing I ever bought. Was that I think it was Raphael I bought. The first Casey Jones, I think it was. And because that was like the first one that was widely available. I think by the time everybody had kind of heard of the Turtles, by the time Turtles number 3 came out, but you couldn't find them anywhere. A different day and age that was. So like those micro series, each turtle had one issue, was like the first time sort of I don't know if you'd call it the mass market, whatever, the indie market got to buy Turtles. All right, let me show you a little artwork. I have put this here. Besides the big ink drawing, I'll show you in a minute. I was just working on this today. A little pencil drawing for one of my Dreams of Things covers. Not quite sure if it's done yet. I might have to add a couple more things to it, but it's close to done. Then, just last weekend, I did another big ink drawing of this wide stance woman. What's the name of this one? Trip or Skip. with her wide-eyed Dan DiCarlo eyes and scary hair. Another woman over there, and I don't know what she is. She's like a mountain statue. That almost became like a Punisher design on her chest there. Big swirlies on the legs. Well, there she is. She's ready for action. I guess she's superhero-ish in her stance, or wide stance, ready for action. All right, there you go. Some comic books, some art, and you guys have a good week out there.